Hey everyone, Dylan here, and as you can see, I did not get my shutter button Bluetooth remote fixed. Um, I did get another battery for it, but it didn't work. It didn't help. Now the thing won't even connect, and so I'll just end up having to buy a new remote at some point. So things will just be without the mic for a little while, unfortunately. But anyways, in today's video, all this week I'm actually going to be trying out kind of new series, kind of type videos, but you'll see what I mean. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over a story. And it's not just any stories. I'm going to be calling them the Junior High Chronicles, so junior high school. And then eventually talk about some high school stuff, just keep the high school chronicles, keep it in this story kind of thing. And what better way? I apologize if you do not like nasty things, but there is something nasty in this story. I decided, why not start with one of my most humiliating moments? And luckily, most people don't know about this, or, well, most didn't in high school or in junior high and stuff. But this happened to me when I was in 8th grade, and my first period class was a science class, and then my second period class I'm just explaining this now so you understand later. My second period class originally was woodshop, but I didn't care about that class. So because of my bad sight, I kind of got to, I like the help teachers for people who had a little bit of issues with stuff, not necessarily mental or anything like that, but also kids who just had issues, just weren't that good at math or something, or different stuff like that. And because I was not blind but thin, but still had visual impairment, bad eyesight, I asked the teacher, because she had her own room, if instead during second period I could just use it as a study hall and do homework. So I ended up doing that. So I ended up getting a study hall with just me and 2 other people, which were my friends. So we would all just 3 sit in this room at this table, just goofing around, talking and doing our homework and stuff. So that's kind of the layout here of what things happen. So now, what happens in this story? Well, to be quite frank, I shit my pants a little bit in 8th grade, and so I think I blame it on the cinnamon toast crunch I had this morning. But that's what I think. What messed up my stomach? I have no other idea why. But yeah, I was in 8th grade. I was 13, 14 years old. And I was in science class, my first period class, and probably about halfway through, maybe even a little before that, my stomach started hurting. And it started hurting pretty bad. And, I knew I was going to have to go to the bathroom, but normally my hand was never forced like that in school to where I had to use the bathroom like that. And so progressively, it got worse and worse. And my stomach just started hurting more and more. And it got so bad. I was trying to make it through the end of the class, because eventually, my plans were to start second period so I wouldn't be late for it, because when I went to the bathroom, I wouldn't know how long I'd be. And that was the plan, to get through my first period. And oh my God, it was so bad. Near the end, I was clenching every muscle in my entire body to hold the pearly gates back. And also, I started getting really hot. I started sweating. I'm just dying, and it's just the worst thing ever. And so I somehow make it through that class, through the hardest time of my life, it felt like at the time. And then, so I told you my plan. I was going to wait till study hall. There's nothing going on really there. And then we had these things called planners. They're about I don't know, maybe this big or something, maybe a little smaller. And we had to get a teacher to sign it. It's kind of like a hall pass in a way. So you could go to the bathroom. And so I went to my locker to grab it because I was going to use it, and then I went and when I opened my locker and I bent down to grab it, just yeah, you can guess what happened, and it was bad. I don't remember if I grabbed um, my manual, my planner, and just ran, or if I just like left it, closed my locker, because I know I didn't run to the bathroom because that'd be very weird and I might run into me, but I was hauling ass. I was walking really fast. And so I go into the bathroom and I go into a stall and I have to assess the damage from what had happened. And sometimes I know this is going to get gross where you think you shit your pants, but you really didn't. But it probably was a close call. I was hoping it'd be one of those kind of moments, but unfortunately, it was not. And my boxers had been ruined, and that was great. Luckily, whatever pants, I don't remember if I was wearing shorts or like jeans or whatever, but whatever pants I was wearing that day got spared, luckily, so there was hope. There was hope. So I pretty much did what anybody would do in that situation. I cleaned myself up. I, did my business, used the bathroom, and then I threw away the boxers in the trash and buried them with about 1,000 paper towels so no one could ever find it. And of course, I washed my hands and all that, and I went on with my day. And I was actually late for my class, but since it wasn't like an actual class, they actually didn't even notice I was late. It's kind of funny because there's two doors that you could enter the room in, and I just ended up coming in, sliding in and just sitting down on the table. The teachers, no one noticed, or if they did notice, they didn't care or to say anything to me. And of course, I would have had a good excuse for them. But and then my friends were there, and I just told them what happened and where I was, and they made jokes and laughed at me, and yeah, it was just a bad, weird experience all around, and I could have been worse if a lot more people, had learned about it. That would have ruined my life. Luckily, it didn't. It was really contained, but I don't know, man. Those Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal that day just killed me. It was so bad, and I was so worried. But it's just a story from my younger days of being in junior high, being in 8th grade. Like I said, I'll probably have some more stories for like 7th grade and 9th grade. I didn't finish 10th grade, and I wasn't in public school in 10th grade. So most stories will be from like 7th, 8th, and 9th, and maybe even some elementary stories if I think of them. But but that's kind of my little story about how I like shit my pants in 8th grade. Not great at all. But hopefully this didn't gross you out too much, but in the comments below, if you have a embarrassing story like that or anything of the sort, let me know. Make me feel not alone in this endeavor. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed and had a laugh at my expense. I mean, maybe most people wouldn't even talk about something like that, but I don't know. I don't care. It's been like, I don't know, like over 10 years since that happened, so I don't care. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.
Home button. Message Sierra. Stop recording button.